Hey everybody, this is Dr. Diane Hayden, publisher of Natural Nutmeg magazine, and I am excited to have with me today Anthony Vidal. He is the owner of a group of Massage Envies in Connecticut, the South Windsor, the West Hartford, and the West Farm locations. And he's going to talk a little bit with us about just his experience with working with the magazine, writing and advertising. But Anthony, tell us a little bit about Massage Envy. Like, why did you get involved with that company?
Yeah, back in 2009, I was in data processing and marketing in the Connecticut market. My mother-in-law was in insurance. My partner worked for Allergan. We were very wellness focused, and we were boating one day and ran into a couple that bought a couple of Subway franchises and left corporate America, and that got our kind of juices flowing.
Yeah.
So the next day, actually, we got on a call with Subway, and we all decided that was not for us. Like food service like that was not the brand for us. So, but through that, we were like, it was the market was just coming back from the 2008 crash, and we were again wellness focused. Dell, my husband, had been living out in California, experienced massage envy. There was only one in our market, so he's like, I'm telling you, there's something there with massage envy. So we spoke with the owner of the South Windsor location at the time, and she mentioned a consultant that she worked through out in Colorado. We called him. He took us through a personality assessment and found out that Massage Envy was a really good brand for us. And from there, we made the phone call and went through the process of finding out what the markets that were in our area that were available, and ended up opening or buying the license to open the West Hartford location. So I was working with my mother-in-law through 2016. We opened that location June of 2011.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
It was a great adventure.
Um, and I've known of you guys, your sister Renee, for a while. We've, worked together because she's been in massage and whatnot. And I've always thought like, oh my God, it would be great if we could, have Massage Envy represented because you guys are a great brand and everything. And I think, there's a lot of people are kind of confused about what it is. And I wanted to help with the education around it. Like, why would somebody choose Massage Envy? So you guys started advertising and writing with us, I think, just back in May, which is barely even 6 months. So just tell us a little bit about your experience. What's happened in terms of, the revenue and the growth and all of that since you've been in the magazine?
Coming out of 2024 and going into the first quarter of this year, I knew we had to increase our population of massage therapists. We had a ton of people interviewing for aesthetics, but that's only 20% of our business. The core of our model is massage. It's in our name, right?
Right.
So the tactic that we were looking to do was to get out in front of the core demo of people that are interested in massage as the consumer, but go out with messaging to attract massage therapists as employees. So since then, we've hired 15 massage therapists because we were in the June magazine. In addition
Yep.
to that, I also employed the Massage Envy 20 last year's esthetician of the year. So every market gets to nominate, every franchise location gets to nominate an esthetician that excels at their job, and then each market gets to vote on the best in that market. And then those market winners get to go to the annual conference, and at the annual conference, there's a panel that votes on the best of the best. And Cheryl in my South Windsor location won that award for the nation. So I wanted to profile her as well. So our first ad was a two-page spread that talked about skincare and allowed her to kind of share her story and be a part of the messaging.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And as far as like increase percentage in revenue and things like that, what were the numbers that you saw recently?
So originally we were profiling West Farm just because there were some limitations from how we could label our business in the magazine, just some technical challenges. So West Farm was our address. We've experienced a 10.7% as of end of October. This is year to date, 10.7% increase in revenue. But across my three franchises, we're at a 6% growth, which is six figures in my business for revenue.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you were saying to me that you haven't really done anything else. You haven't made any other changes in your marketing or anything like that.
No, Massage Envy uses something called the Supplemental Marketing Fund, where franchisees can contribute to a national fund, and then the marketing team. There's pretty much an internal agency at the corporate office that manages the local marketing through a digital strategy. that's all I've had on autopilot for 3 years. The only additional tactic I added was the magazine.
Right. And you guys won 10 best this year for both
Yeah.
massage, bodywork, and esthetician. So that's great. So that branding is really working in terms of having you guys being recognized for skincare.
Yeah, and your footprint really matches the Massage Envy franchise locations in Connecticut. So it was a great marriage. In the past we've done Connecticut Magazine. We haven't seen the boost, a measurable boost in our numbers. But I mean, the I have a 3% growth in my service units, meaning we've added more therapists and we're keeping them booked, as well as my existing therapists are staying booked.
Right.
So the growth is really best in class in the top 5% in the franchise right now.
Well, that's awesome. And I'm going to say you guys did everything right. Like literally, you write articles, which is so important. You take out bigger spreads. You do a half page or larger. Sometimes you've done the back cover, inside cover, things like that. And that's important. I think it really sets the image for what you want for your brand. Obviously, it gets attention. And the education is there in terms of teaching people what you want them to know about Massage Envy.
That's it. Yeah. Again, having the core audience that we're looking for, it's just a great alignment with the services we offer and then your readership.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for this. And it's been a pleasure working with you. And congratulations on the 10 best. And thanks everybody
Thank you.
for watching this video.